Hi, it's Mary, and welcome back to Being Mary. This past weekend, I helped my daughter tackle some major spring cleaning. We dug into closets, we pulled things out from under the bed, and sorted through bins in the basement. And like any good clean out, we ended up with a huge pile of stuff ready to go. I joked, we should just call 1-800-GOT-JUNK and be done with it. But later that night, when the dust settled and the house felt lighter, I started thinking. We all have junk, not just in our homes, but in our hearts, our minds, and our memories. We carry around emotional junk, stuff that's been taking up space far too long. And maybe it's time to make the call, to clear it out. So what's in your junk drawer? We all have a junk drawer, right? At home, it's where the dead batteries go, the rubber bands, the old keys that don't open anything anymore. You just keep it all just in case. But you know you haven't touched it in years. Now think about the emotional version of that drawer. Maybe yours is filled with old stories you've told yourself. I'm not good enough. I always mess up. Or could be guilt over something you did or didn't do years ago. Shame you inherited from someone else. A version of yourself you've outgrown, but you still keep returning to. We all keep things we might need again. But most of the time, it's just clutter. So what is the cost of keeping this junk? The truth is, emotional junk, it takes up energy. It slows us down. It keeps us from seeing clearly. It clutters our relationships. It makes us cautious when we just want to be free. It whispers things we've long outgrown, but somehow we still believe. And just like that old exercise bike in the basement that's collecting dust, and I see some of you smiling right now, it's time to admit we are never going to use it again. So, what would happen if you called your own emotional 1-800-GOT-JUNK? Imagine standing at the curb of it. That resentment from 5 years ago, that self-doubt you picked up in high school, the guilt that no longer fits your life, and letting it go. Now, I get it. Some things are hard to part with. Even emotional junk has sentimental value sometimes. But just like with physical clutter, there's a freedom in saying, I don't need this anymore. And you may ask, what's going to fill that space? Here's the beautiful part. Once we clear out the emotional junk, we make space. Space for peace, for possibility, for laughter, for stillness, and for joy. We stop tripping over the same stuff. We stop guarding what doesn't need guarding. We breathe easier. So today I invite you to look at your life and ask, what's my emotional junk? What am I ready to part with, even if it's hard? Maybe it's time to pick up the phone, metaphorically, and make the call. Let someone haul away the weight you were never meant to carry forever. Because once it's gone, you just might find the lightness you've been looking for. So before you go, here's a little journaling prompt to sit with this week. Write down or just ask yourself, what am I still carrying that no longer serves me? What would it feel like to finally let go? If this episode spoke to you, I'd love to hear what you're ready to clear out. You can message me share your reflections, or simply sit quietly with the truth that you deserve more room to breathe. Until next time, keep walking, keep clearing, and keep being you.